Hi, my name is Chloe Blunk, and this is the part 1 video for the first portion for the first lab aseptic technique. And today is July 9th. I completed this lab around 6:20 p.m. I started around 5 o'clock. And this lab, I started off with cleaning my table with 10% bleach solution. I kept some bleach on the side that was undiluted with water. And then I washed my hands up to my elbows, put on some gloves, and there was many times throughout the lab where I felt like I had to change my gloves because I would have to touch my laptop to bring back up the steps to complete this lab. And the lab started me with having to have a candle lit and to sterilize it by taking the rim of each vial and putting the flame around it. It took some practice to get used to because I burned the edge of one of them because I got too close. And for the first one, I used the E. coli, which I have labeled right here. That one was a little hard to get the tablet to dissolve on time, so I had to put in a little bit extra of the broth to kind of get it to dissolve a little more. So that one was a little tricky. I ended up spilling the nutrient broth, so I had to put paper towels over it and with some bleach solution, kept it on there for a little bit. Luckily, it wasn't while I transferred the E. coli over. It was still separated, so that was good. And then I had to sterilize my pipette with the alcohol to go ahead and start the procedures. And I had to do it 3 times with the E. coli, with the epidermitis, and then the last time with the yeast. In between each one, I had to keep sterilizing the pipette with the alcohol, and then I had to continue to sterilize the vials before the transfer and after the transfer when I put the cap back on. So it took a little bit to kind of get used to. The 3rd time I felt like I finally got it, which was pretty good. So I will now be placing these contents into an area that is safe for the incubation period, which they say is up to 48 hours. And they said if I don't see any growth, to put it in for another 24. So I'm hoping by Wednesday, it'll be July 11th, that I will get to see some growth and start part 2 of this exercise.